Hey, YTPC. I'm gonna fix my little spider clip. Oh, if I could hold on to it, because they're pretty crazy. Spider clip.
I'm gonna fix my thing.
This thing. Skip's home. Hi, everyone. Tell Skip hello. Hey to the Skipmeister.
Hey,
So I'm smoking my electrified bones.
and I had the Prometheus. This thing is a lovely smoke.
I've been smoking that lately, so I love it. I just cleaned it out, and then he gets home and he's like, "I want the Prometheus." Yeah, of course, because it's the one I just cleaned. We're smoking Boswell's Christmas cookie, which we are quickly depleting because it's so yummy. Well, he's having a American Spirit. He's finishing that crap. So there's a new liquor store in the area, and it is called
Total Wine.
Total Wine, but it is way more than Total Wine. What all is there, babe?
Oh, it's a. They have bourbons. They have wines. They have scotches.
They have like an entire row of just bourbon and whiskey.
Yeah, it's a really fun store. They have some cigars. I didn't see any pipe tobacco there, but they did have cigars.
They did have cigars.
And they had the Eileen's Dream cigars.
They had the cigars, and they had a bunch of CAO other tobaccos.
Moontrance. I like Moontrance.
Moontrance is really good. And today we bought. What did we buy?
We bought a bottle of Mellow Corn, which is our favorite straight corn whiskey. We bought a Giant Creek, and then we got some Kraken.
Rum.
Yeah.
You should go
Spice
You should
rum.
go get it. It's a freaking cool bottle.
It's
So
a
we
fun-
don't
it's a
have
fun
anyone.
label.
We don't have anyone online right now. It is who knows what time it is.
I'm gonna bring all of them.
He's gonna bring out all the bottles we bought. It is now 1939. What is that, babe?
739.
Okay, so it's 7:39. Where are you guys? It's a day after Thanksgiving. Skip and I are here with our pipes and some Becky. Our boys have some friends over. They're playing some cards. They're Okay, so hold on. The camera fell. I know some people still have family about.
So yeah, the deck, the card deck that they gave me,
Uh-huh.
the leader for it is normally the leader's supposed to be able to attack, right?
Right.
He can't.
Oh.
He literally just can't attack. But
So our boys have been playing what kind of games?
Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Z,
Super.
Dragon Ball Super card games, and they whooped the snot out of the other guys who came over with their deck.
Not because this is gonna be like pretty much like the third game of that I've ever played. So he
Are
had
they
to
still
walk me
here?
through. No, they're going to the Verizon store. They're coming back
Okay.
because they need to get their phone fixed or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, so the first one is we bought some mellow corn.
I love this stuff. You ever have a chance to get it? Get it.
I really like this stuff too. It's a corn whiskey. It's straight Kentucky corn whiskey, and I really dig it. It's distilled in Louisville, Kentucky, and it actually doesn't have an aftertaste. I think
No.
it has. It is mellow. It's a very mellow taste.
It's very simple. I mean, it says corn whiskey. It's going to taste like corn whiskey. There's no undertones. There's no first impressions. It's just you drink it and it feels great.
I think it has a little bit of an oaky like wood taste, but it doesn't have it's not strong. It's not bitter. It has no aftertaste.
Mhm.
It's very smooth for like a very inexpensive whiskey.
$10 a bottle.
Yeah, it's $9.99, or at least the store we get it at. It's $9.99, and for a mellow corn, I've only had one other corn whiskey, and that was when I was in college, and I didn't like it. It had a very like sweet, pungent, like rummy taste, which is okay if you mix it with something. But I only like rum if it's got a smooth, sweet taste, not a bitter aftertaste, with like all these like sugars. So this corn whiskey is actually really good. So if you guys get a chance, definitely check it out. If you don't have it in your area, let us know and we'll try to figure out a way to ship it to you. We can figure out some kind of exchange or payment to where we can get it over to you because it is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I tell everybody.
I'm
about
impressed.
it. I love it. And then we have this. Knob Creek. We're big bourbon fans, and this is a tight one. 100 proof, small batch, straight corn.
I thought it was 97. Oh, it is 100 proof. Ooh,
Proof.
100 proof.
Right?
I like Knob Creek. It tends to be very oaky. Like you can taste the wood flavor, but it's not overbearing, and it goes down smooth. It doesn't burn your throat. I've always liked Knob Creek, but I'm especially happy with this one.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot, but it's a good one. It's a really good one.
We did have to figure out a way to get it, and I was a little disappointed in the fact that even though it has the wax on the lid and the wax around the top, that it was a screw lid. I was a little upset that it wasn't a cork. I was a little upset about that because usually Knob Creek has a cork,
Yeah.
and sometimes they have the red on top as well, not just the black wax.
It's covered in the heavy black wax.
But I was kind of sad that it had the twist, but I'm not disappointed at all in the way it tastes. It still has the very good flavor. And if you guys know me, I like to have a whiskey slushy,
Mutual ice.
lots of ice, and it has. What did you say that smell is? That's more than just oak. There's like a couple of woody smells in it. It's got a very woody smell. It's got several different wood flavors in it. It's really smooth. So for a decent middle of the line price whiskey, I guess it would be bourbon.
It's a bourbon.
It's a bourbon. So for the middle of line price bourbon, Knob Creek is phenomenal. Even with the twist lid, even though I'm kind of disappointed they didn't give us a cork, I'm still okay with the Knob Creek.
And then we have the Kraken, which I'm drinking. I was drinking it just straight, and it's very nice. It's a spiced rum. It's black spiced rum, 94 proof. It's yeah, it's good. It's not overbearing. I drank tons of Captain Morgan when I was younger. This is, I think, I like this better. It's not as complex. So it's a spiced rum, but more directional in the spices.
So what kind of spices would you say you taste in it? Maybe like a tiny bit of cinnamon or what?
Heavy in the vanilla direction. So yeah, everything. Let me try it.
Take a shot, babe. Clean out your glass first. Hold on.
Oh,
Let
no,
me make sure. Is that what you've been drinking?
Yeah, I had rum there before. You just want the last bit on Kraken.
I do want some Kraken. Okay, so yeah, it did taste it was very vanilla-y. It's got a vanilla and maybe like some. It's not pumpkin spice.
No.
So Skip's back from Florida, the Gulf Coast of Florida. He was doing some recovery efforts for his business, for his company.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed him, obviously, because I wore this sweatshirt like every night, and it stinks now. So I'm gonna make him wear it for like the next 2 weeks in case he has to go back out, because I want to smell like him again. And I know I got some slack for wearing the Kansas City Chiefs
Woo!
sweatshirt. Go Chiefs!
Go
Anyways,
Chiefs.
but so what flavors did you taste in that?
I'm still just picking up vanilla. It's a lot. It's really heavy on the vanilla, and I don't really taste anything past that.
I mean, I just had some of the Boswell Christmas cookies, so there's something a little heavier than vanilla. Okay, so I taste some vanilla, but there's something else. It's kind of it's not cinnamon.
No, not clove.
Or maybe a little bit of clove. I get a little hint of clove in the Kraken. The Kraken. I personally am a horrible booze buyer, because I go up and down the roads and I see this phenomenal labels, and I go, oh, look at that one has a bunch of dudes in ties. Oh, look at that one has a bunch of dudes with beards. Oh, look at that one, it has some chicks in high heels and are wearing jeans. Let's get that bottle. Or something that says steal me, like stolen rum. There was a bottle today I almost bought because it said steal me, and then there was another one that was like stolen rum or something, and I was like, oh, let's get that one just because it says stolen, and I know that's so horrible. But there's some rebel in me that says, get anything that says it's stolen. Let's buy that one.
Get your lighter thing going. But yeah, so Total Wine here in Houston, Specs is a big deal. You know, they have a big selection, huge liquor outlets. Total Wine just moved into the area. They're closer and more convenient than Specs, so I like them. I also do the local family run store, and
Okay, it
so
says we have one visitor. One.
who is that?
Who is with us tonight? I know it is only like almost 8 o'clock, but my last video was a little emotional. It was about me growing up as a JW, and Skip knows all of that and my emotional background. I try really hard not to let it rule my everyday life, because my everyday life is about him and the kids and our jobs and the house, and secondary comes the issues we grew up with or the issues from our past. And sometimes it comes right into our faces and we have to deal with it, like the video on Annie that came out about the JWs, or about sometimes people will post videos on YouTube and we know the people and we're just like, you crazy psycho, we got to tell you something. So sometimes things come in front of our faces that we gotta speak up, but most times it's just him and me and the kids, and we got both Christmas trees up.
Yep. Got a blue and silver, and then we have this is more of a historic tree with decorations going all the way back to when the kiddos were young.
Well, there were some from the 80s that you had when you were young.
And 90s, yeah.
Oh, no, there was one that you were like, I got that in like 89.
Yeah.
So there, we just put up, let's see, Latakia Quest Piper. Well, hello, welcome. Okay, so if you guys weren't tuned in, I'm smoking my Electrified Bones. And I gotta tell you, when I first saw, I don't remember who it was doing it, the putting the electrodes on the bones pipes and doing the like little electrified like lightning bolts through the bones pipes, I was just like, I've got to get one. I need one. I'm gonna get one of those pipes. And then this was probably last November, October, November. And then in December, the Peachies won this huge giveaway. And one of the gifts that they got in that giveaway was an electrified bones. And so who did they send it to? Me. Oh my God. When I opened my box from them and saw that this was the pipe that they decided to share with me, I was floored because this was one of the pipes I was actually saving up for. I probably had about $25 put away. And being a single mom at the time, $25 is a lot to put away in about a month. So it is awesome, and I'm very thankful for this pipe, and it's coloring up real nice from my hands on it, you know, my oils from my skin, and plus the electrified areas are just beautiful, like just absolutely beautiful. I'm being a science teacher, and I love electricity, and I love the way electrons and protons react with each other and react when they're separated. That just, it's beautiful. So what are you smoking, babe?
I'm smoking this Prometheus.
Candle lighter.
Every time I smoked it, it's been very good. About half dozen times. But it's got a nice bulb, well insulated, fits in my mouth well. I got a big mouth. But yeah, it's a good. And well, when I was underway, Steph was great. She packed me 4 pipes, 2 corn cobs, and a briarwood, and I don't remember what the other one was.
It was a mini, a baby briar. No,
Baby Wellington.
baby Wellington.
Yeah. And just like a ton of tobacco. So I had my selection. She knows I like cherries. She got me a couple of cherries and some Deception Pass, which is a mix of Virginian and I forget which else. But what was it 10 Russians or 7 Russians, 8 Russians?
I don't remember.
It was a number in Russians. That was very nice.
A number of Russians.
Yeah.
So I gave him some Russians.
But oh, she hooked me up, and it was great. And every couple of evenings, I'm like, I have some time to relax, and I'd smoke my pipe and I'd dream about her. So
I don't know if he dreamed because I'm kind of cuckoo. I mean, you guys all saw me. I was just like, Skip's gone. I'm so sad. But who else with us? We've got 3 people. We've seen Latakia Quest Piper. Couple of bowls of cherry bomb. Okay,
yeah.
we've had some cherry and we've mixed Latakia in with our cherry, but haven't had cherry bomb. Is it a specific tobacco from a specific company, or is it a private mix or something? Because
Yeah, I had Cherry Delight and Very Cherry, and those are both really good. I love cherries. So
I think Ohio Piper asked me, he's never had a cherry, so I bought a bag of cherry, and I'm just waiting for Latakia to come in, because I wanted him to taste the cherry tobacco, because it's got a very cherry, it's too sweet almost by itself. But I have some berry cherry for him, and then I'm waiting for the Latakia to come into my local brick and mortar, which should probably be here by Monday. And then once I pick up the Latakia, I want to send him both those. So Ohio Piper had asked for what it tastes like. So I'm going to send him out some cherry and some Latakia. And literally, people, if you take the Latakia, which is a very dark tobacco, it's almost, I don't even know how they make Latakia. It's a Middle Eastern tobacco, and it's dried and almost roasted, I think, over a fire. It's a very dark tobacco. It's very rich, but if you just sprinkle a little bit on anything that's very fruity, it mellows it out and it gives you a very rich, mellow flavor. So he's Cavendish, Virginia, cherry, vanilla. Ooh, cherry and vanilla are good blends together.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Absolutamundo.
I love the cherry vanilla Coke.
So Pirate Piper was on live an hour ago, so we missed that. And then I guess there's Briar Blues on right now, but there's only 6 watching. So why do we only have 2 right now? I had like 30 on the other night. So
It's Black Friday.
it's Black Friday. Everybody's shopping for stuff
Mhm.
and things.
This here is the only thing I want.
You guys, I don't understand. Why do you guys, if you guys go out shopping for Black Friday, what are you really needing that you have to go out on Friday where after Thanksgiving, after you're dead tired from cooking all day or eating too much turkey, what is it really that you need on Black Friday? Anyone? Oh, we've been listening to Ministry and Nine Inch Nails. So if they delete this video, you got her a foot massage. You gave her a foot massage. Oh, shoot, I need a foot massage. Somebody give me a foot massage, babe. Later, foot massage.
Oh, of course. The feet is going to be one of the many things I'm going to massage.
Well, see what happens when someone goes offshore for 2 weeks?
Right. The last time I went out and did any kind of Black Friday buying stuff, I came home with, I went to Home Depot, no, it was Lowe's, and I bought some LED light bulbs.
Good purchase, babe. LED light bulbs. That's all
Yeah.
you need. I'm excited because we've got 2 Christmas trees up. My holiday tree has it's blue and silver this year, and we found a little VW bus with a tree on top, and a Jeep with a tree on top, and a bunch of blue and silver balls that we hung up.
Blue balls.
Because
Because I was gone for 2 weeks.
he did it himself. I didn't do it to him.
Oh, the whiskey's right here.
And then our big tree, well, we're gonna have to post some pictures of our big tree because our big tree has 17 years of his son's ornaments, 14 years of my son's ornament, and my son was kind of upset because he tried to do his ornaments in order from 2000, when was he born? 2003 all the way to 2018, but he missed a couple, so he was kind of pissed because we found like 2012 and 2014 and 2007 like out of order, and he's like, I've already hung everything up. I wanted to hang it up in order. It was kind of cool. Hey, Ohio Piper, I just mentioned you. I'm waiting for some Latakia to come in to my local brick and mortar so I can send you the cherry, the very cherry that I have. And then I want to send you some Latakia so you can sprinkle Latakia on the very cherry because I know you wanted to try some cherry. But you got to try it with Latakia because it mellows out the sweetness and it gives you a really good balanced tobacco flavor. Everyone skips home. Hello. So who's all with us tonight? What are you smoking and what have you packed in your pipe? We've been on for 24 minutes and I was finishing a bowl from earlier because we were playing darts with our sons and their friends. So I had a pipe of Boswell's Christmas cookie earlier. And oh no, awesome. Thanks, Ohio Piper. We'll get it to you this week though, because it's supposed to be in on Monday. I do teach for 2 more weeks in the public school system. And then I voluntarily told them, nope, not taking this position. So it feels good to not only have a spouse who supports me in this decision, to also know myself enough to know that I don't want to be in the public school system. I love the classes I teach in homeschool, and I love Tupperware. Oh my God. I think I have an obsession with real Tupperware, not like plasticware or, stuff you get at a Walmart. I'm talking like real Tupperware that's been around for like 60 years. I have an obsession with it. Like real Tupperware is replaceable, so I'm gonna start selling it because I got a man who lets me do whatever I want, and I like Tupperware.
She's really turned me on to Tupperware. You know, fucking Mark Twain and his two daughters got Parike.
I know, Latikita in Ohio. There's like 6 people on, and nobody else is commenting. I think they're afraid. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Especially since where is it over there? Be afraid because we have the Kraken. Hold on. I have my hands over it. The Kraken. Oh my gosh. Another thing. If you guys have not checked out the was it Amazon Prime or was it Netflix where we watched the based on a book? Oh my gosh, my brain is brain fart right now. Okay, so the white whale.
Oh, Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Okay, so they have a show on, what was it? Was it on Netflix or was it on Amazon Prime?
I want to say it was on Netflix.
If you guys
Maybe.
If you guys have Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime, we have all 3, so we always forget what's on what. Definitely check out Moby Dick because I think it's called Moby Dick, right?
Yeah, it's called Moby Dick.
Oh my gosh, I was actually very, very pleasantly surprised with how well that show was. A really good depiction of the book. From what I remember of the book, it was phenomenal.
It shortened it up quite a bit, but that had to be done.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't. A book that takes you 2 days to read is going to take 16, 17 hours, if not 20 hours, to produce in real time as a movie. But Manzanita
Cigar.
65. He likes cigars, but he also likes the other stuff that's not legal in this state yet. But I don't smoke that, and even if it became legal in Texas, I'm totally for people to smoke that, but I don't, and I wouldn't, even if it became legal, unless I had cancer. I don't think I'd ever try it again. But props to anyone who does. I mean, if it grows out of the ground naturally, I don't think it should be illegal in any state, because if it grows out of the ground, more props to you. So we're listening to Nine Inch Nails. Let's hope our video doesn't get taken down, because last time we had some music playing in the background when we did a live flick together, or live video feed together. Oh, I think anybody has the right to smoke something that comes directly out of the ground. If it is a plant, tobacco, marijuana, banana peels, whatever. If it comes out of the ground, I believe people should have the right to smoke it. But because it's illegal in my state, I wouldn't have it in my house. But if it becomes legal, even in Texas, I personally, because I was in states where it was legal, I have tried it. Let's just say that. All right, in college, everybody tried it. It was the 90s and early 2000s. Everyone tried it in college. I think anybody should smoke things that are legal. If it grows out of the ground, I don't think it should be illegal. I'm definitely pro plants, mushrooms, marijuana, tobacco, peyote. If it's done under the right circumstances, I think that's a very spiritual drug. And being a Navajo myself, I think you definitely need guidance when doing certain things, but it depends on the state you're in. Texas, it's only legal if you get it from another state. If it's medical marijuana, you have to have not only the doctor's notice, but you also have to have the prescription coming in from another state, and that state has to be the legal state growing it. If you're getting it from another country, they can still seize it in Texas. So it has to be from within the U.S. From a state that it's legal to grow it. So if you're in Texas and you have glaucoma or cancer or some other medical issue, you can't get it unless it's grown or at least distributed in the U.S. But yeah, thank you for agreeing with me. I totally agree that people should, if it grows naturally from God's green earth, I think people should be able to utilize it in whatever means they want, as long as they're not operating a large machine. Like I don't agree that you should not be able to drink in large quantities and then drive a vehicle. You shouldn't be able to smoke marijuana in large quantities and drive a vehicle. You shouldn't be able to do mushrooms and drive a vehicle. I don't think that anything, regardless of what it is, should be utilized and then you get behind any kind of machinery for medical use or recreational use, as long as you don't have anything you have to go do that's responsible and could possibly hurt someone else.
Right.
I think that
It's a time and a place thing. You know, you don't smoke cigarettes if you're pumping gas. You know.
I don't drink in the morning if I have to go to work. I don't drink in the morning at all. Sometimes I have to ask Skip, hey, is it 5 o'clock somewhere? Because around 11 or 12 on the weekends, I'm like, ugh, I've had a long week. You know, the kids are driving me crazy, or they won't wake up, or I've already been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. And I've done a bunch of shit. Excuse my French. It's like, is it whiskey 30 yet? And he'll even have to tell me sometimes, hey, no, it's not time yet. Let's wait till at least noon. So even on Saturdays and Sundays, you still have to wait, even when you don't have responsibilities you have to tend to. And then, of course, there's Saturdays and Sundays that we are so busy, we don't even have a chance to sit down and have a glass of anything. So, you know, it is what it is. You do what you got to do. And when you don't got to do what you got to do, it's your own time. And I don't think, which is why I think I'm a libertarian, is I don't think the government should have the right to tell you what you can do on your time off, as long as it's natural. I mean, I think chemically altered. There's Ginger. This is probably the coolest cat I've ever met. And my daughter is currently cat sitting 7 cats and 3 dogs for a friend of mine. That's an awful lot of cats. And some of them are really, really sweet. But Ginger, get your butt down. Ginger in particular, he is pretty groovy. He likes to hang out with us when we're watching TV. When we go outside, he comes outside with us. When we go inside, he wants to go inside with us. He's a pretty groovy cat. I think some animals are pretty freaking awesome. What do you think?
Yeah, animals are cool.
Animals are cool. I want a llama. I want a sloth. You know what? If I could have a monkey of some sort just hanging out on my shoulder, like chilling out, throwing poo at people I don't like,
I can do that.
Totally.
I've thrown poo before. Just saying.
Oh, please don't say that. I don't want Skip to throw poo. I want a monkey to throw his own poo at people that I don't like, or in traffic. Oh my gosh, if I'm stuck in traffic and someone in front of me is being a total douchebag, I'm like, monkey, get on my hood, go throw your poop at that car. That would be awesome. Most times I'm rocking out to my own music in my car, so I don't really care if people are being douches. I just let people in. It's like, you're gonna cut in front of me, I'll slow down, whatever. I'm jamming out to the Chili Peppers or whatever I'm chilling out to on the radio.
Sublime.
Shut up about Sublime. Okay, I need to know, how many of you guys like absolutely despise Sublime? Because I personally, I like Sublime. I know some of their music is pretty intense. I mean, it came out in the late 90s. I was in, after high school, early college, and it was pretty racy. But I like Sublime. They really touch on some subjects that are pretty intense, and he doesn't like them.
I don't like Sublime. It's not because of their subject. I just don't like their music. Their one song, Date Rape. I did like the song Date Rape. After that, there's nothing
Okay.
else.
Date rape is about a man who rapes a girl on a date and then gets raped in prison because she takes him to court, and then he gets put in prison and he gets date raped himself. So I think it's a phenomenal song.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna screw over a woman
Right.
or a man. It doesn't matter who you screw over. You date rape someone out in public. I hope you get date raped in prison.
Yeah. He got his own.
He got his own in the end.
Yeah.
And it's a rough
He got
in
his
the
own.
end. Okay. No, I really do truly believe that that song was before its time. I mean, if you're gonna screw someone without permission, then you rightly deserve to be in prison. And if someone screws you in prison without permission, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I think they're a good group. Thank you, Ohio Piper.
Mhm.
See, someone agrees with me.
All right. I know there are.
They've got
There's-
some
There's plenty of
messed up.
Sublime fans, and
No. They've got some messed up songs. I'm not denying that, but their songs were very beyond their times. Like, there was one song about a young girl who was a prostitute, who was abused by her dad and her brothers, and they put her out as a prostitute to make money because they were all drug addicts. And it's a messed up song. It really is, but that kind of stuff happens and people don't want to admit it happens. Louis, 1920s. Classic country and R&B. Okay, well, name some classic country, Ohio. Was it you what? Latakia Quest Piper, was it you that did what? I'm kind of sad that, like, we only have 3 people on. I thought at least Four-Eyed Piper would be on, and Mel. I made Mel a really groovy. Oh, Ohio asked me about that song. Yeah, it's a pretty messed up song. A lot of their music, though, is pretty messed up.
It's their musical stylings.
Yeah, they've got kind of a reggae Northern California vibe to their
Right.
music.
So
Which,
it's
if you
close
don't-
to ska. I love ska music.
Yeah, but if you don't like Chili Peppers and reggae mixed, because it reminds me of like reggae and Chili Peppers, like a mix. But I don't know. The beginning of Chili Peppers were pretty racy. Their first few albums.
Oh, I love the first. I mean, I love old Chili Peppers, like Catholic Schoolgirls and Real Men Don't Kill Coyotes. And I pretty much quit listening to them after
Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk. yeah.
Mother's Milk was when I started listening to them.
Really?
That shows how old you are,
That's when I quit.
you old
listening.
man.
I'm like, eh.
Eh.
Most bands have like 3 good albums in them. The first 3 are always the best.
That's not always the truth. That's not always the truth.
Not always, not always, but most of the time.
Mm,
Yeah, it's the 80-20 rule. 80% of the bands have 3 good albums.
okay, what about Led Zeppelin?
Well, they're part of the 20%.
Okay, so Led Zeppelin, Janis Joplin, all of her albums were good, and then she died. What are you gonna say about that?
I don't know. She's part of the 20%.
Okay, so guys, I'm going on to Facebook. Instagram, and seeing who's all on, because I really want some more people in here. I like when we get a lot of chats going on. We have a lot of people asking questions, so asking some questions. I know we have Ohio Piper, and who else do we have on? Latakia. Resurrected Piper is in the house. What is up, brother man? All right, we're asking you guys to ask us questions. Also, we want to know what your musical tastes are. I mean, he was an 80s... Okay, he was a 70s kid, 80s teen, early 90s teen. I was an 80s kid, early 90s teen.
That's 80s team.
So, what do you guys like? I'm a chili peppers biatch. I like the chili peppers.
I like Black Flag, Dead Kennedy, Circle Jerks, Fear,
Circle
X.
jerks. Where's your phone? Put on some freaking Dead Kennedys. Punk Rock Girl. You guys remember that song?
Yeah.
That's like my favorite song.
I saw,
Well, not my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite is West End Girls, but
I've seen Dead Milkman twice
you suck.
in a little tiny town.
What about pets? We got Ginger here in the picture. That's a Ginger. Ginger. Gingy face. He don't care. He don't care what anybody. You actually are in a band that plays a huge variety of rock. So tell us a couple of songs you sing. Maybe we'll play. Who's here?
The Bryson Dalton coming back.
Bryson! Dalton! Okay, so we've got these twin boys that are friends with our boys. They're freaking the coolest guys ever. Okay, so one of them owns, not shitting you, a 1967 VW Beetle. And it's blue and white. Okay, mine was like rainbow colors and whatever. It actually wasn't mine. It was a friend of mine's, and I drove it. It was the first car I ever drove. But it was a pretty freaking phenomenal car, and they own one of those. And then the other one, okay, so Dalton owns the Jeep, right?
Yes. Bryce owns the Beetle.
And Bryce owns the Beetle. So they
You
have
have an
a
Atari
Jeep,
joystick in here?
a Jeep,
Had this.
and a VW Beetle. Come on, our kids have freaking awesome friends.
Anyways, you know
And you
where-
have an Atari joystick in your hand?
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking
I don't know
cool.
how old it is, but I know that you know Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave this to me like 12 years ago.
And then not gonna give it to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it was like back in like 2000
You guys come say hi.
something.
So this is the oldest that's in the house. That's the Duncan face. That's our Duncan. He takes care of everybody in the house, except for when he's asleep. And that's the Arlo.
So
Come here, that's Arlo Neptune. Oh, look, he looks like me, except for his skin is very Navajo, like his grandparents and my brothers. All of the men that have been birthed in my family all look dark like Navajo. All the women either look black like their dad or white like their mom. My cousins, okay, so my dad had two sisters. My dad's parents are both Navajo. My dad's oldest sister, 'cause my dad's the oldest, and then his sister, who was right behind him, my Aunt Sandy, she married a black man, and he's a good looking dude. My Uncle Bobby, my Uncle Robert, phenomenal man, upstanding man. So he's a good guy, and then all of my cousins from my second aunt, my dad's first sister, they're all black. So my dad marrying an Irish woman, being Navajo, me and my sister look white as freaking sin. And my dad's sister, that's younger than him, all of her kids look black because she married a black man who is a phenomenal guy, dude. Upstanding man. I love Uncle Bobby immensely. Anyhow, so my cousins, and they had, let's see, it was a Dwayne, Amanda, Lauren, and Melanie. So they had 4 kids. You used to work horses with Navajos and other tribes. Well, where are you from? Are you from the Four Corners area? Because my family's from the Gallup area. They're all Navajo. Anyways, my aunt married my Uncle Bobby, and her kids all look black. And I used to go out with them. Ozzy Osbourne. Okay, I'm playing him.
Something deep tracks.
Ozzy. Greatest hits. All right, so my cousins are really dark skinned, and because my dad, native Navajo, married an Irish woman, I look white. So we used to go partying together, and my cousins' friends would be like, "Why are you bringing this white girl to the club?" And I would get down with the best of them, because I'm a dancer. I can get down. I don't care what color you are. I can get down like I'm nobody's business. I'm a dancer. Anyways, my cousin's friends would always be like, "Why you got this white girl with you?" And they're like, "There, that's our cousin, bro." And my cousin's friends would be like, "Ain't no way you related to that white girl." I'd be like, "You want to bet? Meet me on the dance floor." I would dance the shit out of anybody. But they're all real dark, and it's funny because
Oh, not crazy.
I'm just playing all of them. So my cousin Amanda, her oldest son is lighter than Arlo, the one you just saw, and it was funny because when they were younger, we'd hang out together during the summer, and her son was really light with curly hair, but my son was really dark with straight hair, and they'd be like, "Oh, your son over there," da da da, to my cousin, and they're like, she'd be like, "No, no, no, that's her son," because my son turns really negrito, really dark, like handsome dark in the summer. Like if he goes swimming, even 4 days in the summer, he turns dark, like super sexy dark. So my son is a handsome young man, and people would be like, "There's no way you white girl have that dark son." And then her son has green eyes and medium skin, so they would assume he was mine. So they'd be like, "Xavier is yours," to my cousin Amanda, and Arlo's mine to me. And I'd be like, "Yeah," because my son Arlo would get darker than her son, and her son with the green eyes would be lighter than her in the summer. So it was kind of funny. And then my cousin Melanie has 2 kids that are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Real dark skin, real nice, beautiful hair. But then I have cousins. My dad's youngest sister, she's kind of the medium skinned one. Her boys look like they're native. And if you were to put them next to me, they look just like my son. They're very dark. So nobody believes me. They go, whatever. You're abuelita, white privilege. I actually had someone ask me a question about, I wouldn't even say ask me. I had a young lady, much younger than me, get in my face about how I've probably had it good my whole life because I'm so white. I'm like, tomahawk to your face because I'm Apache and I grew up because I'm Navajo and I grew up with Apaches. That's how it went. Because the Apaches were the ones who used to scalp people. And I've actually lived in an Apache res. I never lived in a Navajo res. Did you know that?
Nope.
I have never lived on a reservation with my own people. And the Navajo people are more like jewelry makers, and they're happy and they're always smiling. They're considered, most Navajo tribes are considered, history is pretty heavy. It's just the thing is people don't want to see what history is really like. People are like, "Oh, white man took over natives," and I'm like, white man took over white man. Look at European history. Let's see, Romans kicked the crap out of a whole bunch of people, and you don't see anybody asking reparations. What is it called? Reparations? You don't see that. Natives are doing pretty good. The majority of them, the tribes that are cleaning up anyways, they have at least one, if not more, they have at least one casino. And yes, some of them are pretty negative still, but the majority of them are like, "Hey, we're doing good." What is up? We've been on for almost an hour, dude. I feel like we're overdoing our stay. Okay, so bearded pipe smoker, that's Mundy. That's Scott Mundy. What's up, Scott? Our neighbors probably think we're all nuts because we sit here talking to our phone. We're like, "Hey, phone. How are you, phone?" And people on the phone. But what they don't understand is that we have this whole brotherhood, sisterhood. Oh, and if you guys haven't checked out Briar Bastards on Instagram, I think they just recently changed their name. Send your name and a picture. Recovering from family dinners. Oh, Scott, I hear you. No, I don't. Actually, I had a pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, she cooked most of it. It was fabulous.
Most?
Yeah.
What part did I not cook?
The dinner rolls.
Oh, the dinner rolls were brought
And the
already
pies.
pre-made, and the pies. But that was your mom and your sister, and
Right. But
they were pre-made.
she made the turkey. She made the green bean casserole. She made the stuffing, 3 kinds of stuffing. Uh, the mashed potatoes. What else did you make?
You
it
have
was
a
fabulous.
giveaway going. Who has a giveaway going? I didn't see who posted that. Is that Mod Piper? Because I know Mod Piper has a giveaway going right now. I know Padre Piper has a giveaway going right now too. Oh, Resurrected Piper. He has a giveaway. If you guys haven't checked it out, go to his YouTube channel. I actually did see that you have a giveaway going away. Going away. Going on. So yeah, so you guys check out their YouTube channels and see what they have going on. We don't enter very many giveaways because we're pretty set with pipes and tobaccos, but we totally support and thumbs up and like comment on all the videos that we're able to catch up on. And if you guys haven't checked out the Peaches, they're doing good. They're moved on. They've got a new place up in out south of London. Yeah, you know what? Some people, Latikia says he's not doing the giveaway. You know, some of us, we're just so busy, number one. And number two, some of us just have too much like going on to not do VRs. And some of us have too much going on to not, or enough tobacco that we don't have to worry about giveaways. And I feel kind of bad because there are some that are reaching up their 100 subs, they're reaching 1,000 subs, and I totally am and so about like us supporting each other and like checking each other's channels out. But we got teens in the house and we got so much going on that we don't tend to do a lot of VRs. We don't.
No.
I like doing VRs when we have time. You got tobacco tanks to Mel Harris. You know what? I just did
That's a garbage bin.
Garbage Man Piper in El Paso.
Yeah.
We grew up in El Paso. I actually grew up in the Northeast and then graduated high school on the West Side. And he grew up in Kansas and then graduated high school on the West Side of El Paso. So, Chris Morgan, you're going to give away his Bones pipe. Oh, I love Bones pipes. And you're doing a Gone pipe. Duke City! Yo, what's up, Duke City? You went to Riverside. Where's Riverside?
Oh, no way.
In El Paso?
That is crazy.
No way. My parents went to Irving, and I went to Coronado, and he went to Coronado.
Yeah.
And Anna from the Peaches, she went to Coronado. She graduated with me. Actually, she actually graduated and walked in graduation, and I didn't walk in graduation because I didn't think that I had passed high school. And I'm working on my master's now, so what does that tell you, kids? Doesn't matter what public school says. Go do your own crap and get a master's degree. So, anyways, nice Riverside High School. I'm gonna show you guys before Mel Harris gets a chance. I'm gonna show you the hat and beard I made for him. Hold on, keep talking, babe.
All right. I'm going to keep talking. Yep. There's a little Crazy Train playing in the background. Right now it's on Close My Eyes Forever. I was hoping they had Diary of a Madman on. That's one of my favorite Ozzy songs. I saw them back in the mid-'80s. Metallica opened up for Ozzy Osbourne. And Metallica was way better than Ozzy.
What's going on?
I was talking about Ozzy Osbourne.
Go on, Ozzy Osbourne. Hold on. Okay, so I make these hats. I make these hats with the beards that are detachable. This is the one I'm sending to Mel Harris. Hello. Ho, ho, ho. What do you want for Christmas, little boy or girl?
I want you. That's Ozzy
So-
Osbourne song.
So that's the hat and beard that Mel Piper just ordered from me. Sending it off tomorrow. I just totally messed my hair up. I'm gonna fix that.
Let me get some water.
All right. So what is everybody smoking tonight? All right. What pipes are you smoking, and what tobacco are you smoking in them there pipes, everybody, tonight? We got about 10 more minutes before Skip and I gotta bail out, and we're doing a puzzle night. One of my friends is coming over. Corn dog. You're eating a corn dog, or you're smoking a corn dog? You're smoking a corn cob. Well, that makes more sense than corn dog. Although corn dogs are pretty yummy if you eat them. Don't smoke a corn dog. Not good. All right, you guys totally threw me up. I'm gonna put on some. Yeah, Lewis, what you got going on tonight? All right, you guys, I'm gonna put on something else. Crack a tin, buddy, of what you want to sell. What are you guys smoking? What pipes are you utilizing tonight, and what do you got loaded in your pipes? All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Minecraft. Minecraft. Somebody tell me, who is this? Puppy's Mixture. Yay, Big City. I was totally an emo girl in the 90s. I was a skater chick, and I really, 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 really liked Smiths and the Smiths and The Cure, Front 242,
Just press and hold the big
and Nine Inch Nails. My first concert that I paid for completely by myself was Throco Cold. I know, so my kids have actually listened to them recently. It's pretty scary. They're like, Mom, you listen to this? What am I supposed to say to that? Yes, I did. And you got to find your own path. Because they're like totally anti Christian beliefs. So what do I say to that? Have any of you guys struggled with your like spirituality, considering you have kids? And like for me, the music I listen to isn't always necessarily very Christian, but it reminds me of things I've gone through and people I've known and whatnot. So I don't know, the music I listen to isn't always wholesome and good, but it rocks my world. I think we have about 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna cut out, guys. But Skip's home, so that's always a good thing. I can't believe Ford Piper hasn't like chimed in. Where's my phone?
On the ground?
What?
I don't know. One phone on the ground.
Criminal lethal.
Yours is the one.
Oh.
So we have like 4 guitar and bass amps in the house, and none of them work because most of the time the input jack falls inside. I don't learn about it until it's a crisis.
So yeah, my son, his son both have amps. And there's what? 2 basses?
Yeah, 2 basses.
And no, 3 because we talk about his standing up straight. His
cello.
okay, but it's an electric cello.
It's electric cello.
We have an electric cello. We have two basses, and a couple of guitars, and then he has a acoustic guitar. You know what I miss about the 90s is I miss drum circles. I miss that people would just have drums or tambourines or guitars, and we'd sit around a campfire and we would just drum. Just feel a beat going on in the universe and just drum. And I know that sounds liberal and crazy, but it was actually fun.
Sounds liberal. It's because it's liberating.
Yeah, it is liberating. I miss the 90s. I miss the era where we didn't have to worry about what we said or who we hung out with, and there was no labels. There was no extreme. Like, I had friends that were gay, both male and female. I had friends that were straight. I had friends that were extreme Christian. I had friends who were extreme atheists. And we all hung out. We all went to, the bonfire spots, and we all hung out together and discussed what our beliefs were. And we all discussed what we wanted and what we needed and what we thought the world should be. And it's tough, but keep pick it back up, bro. Pick it back up. We always need music. The world needs music, especially in today's day and age. We need music. We need love. We need harmony.
Yeah.
We need people to get together and do more drum circles. We need people who just hang out and bang on a drum. And just love for the sake of loving, not for the sake of who you are, where you came from, what religious background you have. We need more of what we had in the 90s. I think if my only wish, my only prayer is that humans don't become sucked into the technology that we have. I hope that humans, we can all come back together, have some more drum circles, have some more intense ability to connect, even if we don't agree. I think humans need to realize we're all one.
Yeah.
We're all on this planet. We were halfway there. We were halfway there in the 90s. In the 60s, people had it too extreme, too much giving, too much love, too much sex. It was too extreme in the 60s. Now it's too extreme the other direction. Too much hate, too much violence, too much unappreciative understanding. So my hope and my desire for everyone is to kind of go back to where we were in the 90s. Appreciate each other, all our differences. Keep your pipes lit. Let everybody love on each other and have a good one. Do some more drum circles, for Pete's sake. Don't blame your problems on others. What you've done to yourself is your issue. Just remember, whatever happens in your life is because of the choices you've made. The people around you, shoot, let them be around you. Whether you agree or disagree, everyone needs somewhere to be. I totally do. So see you guys. Bye, Latakia. Bye, Ohio. I know Jeffrey was in there at some point. Good night, Lewis. You guys all have a really great night. Keep keeping on. Keep your pipes lit. Keep tobacco central, because you know what? I think people who keep something natural in their lives, those are the people who are going to understand and have the ability to cope. So hey, if the zombie apocalypse happens before the next video, you guys were in North Houston, look us up, find us. We have enough little area here we could all survive. So don't kill any tobacco smokers. Hugs, you guys. Let's all get together and meet up in Houston, North Houston, the Woodlands. If the zombie apocalypse happens, we're gonna make it. So keep your pipes lit, and hugs, everyone.